Guys, we are back at Universal Studios Orlando and ready for all the Halloween Horror Nights goodness that is coming up here in less than a month. We're going to check out the new construction for the scare zones, all the props that have come out over the last couple of weeks. Right, super excited. All right, so our first stop is we're going to walk along Hollywood Boulevard here. So this is where our Hollywood Masquerade Dance of Death scare zone is going to be. So we're going to check out any changes that have happened. All right, follow along. Okay, so the first thing we notice when walking up to the Hollywood Scare Zone Masquerade Dance of Death is these beautifully intricate vine-covered gates on both sides. They've added new vegetation here, like these flowers. These dead, beautiful flowers. This is awesome. We have these stages here. And it looks like we have our very first victims of HHN right here on the beautifully painted Raven stage. They also added this chair, this candle holder, and more candles, along with all the ornate flowers and vines. On the Panther stage here, we have more chairs. I'm wondering who is in this chair that's covered by this tarp. I wish we could just peek underneath. I guess we're gonna have to wait a few weeks to find out. Here we have this gargoyle stage, which they added some more gargoyles right here on the front. Another one on this side. And this table, which we thought was a roulette table at first, we had no idea, but it's actually got glasses all over it, as you can see, and this beautiful gargoyle painting on the stage as well, along with this beautiful checkered floor pattern and some pedestals over there, I'm guessing for lights and noise from our characters. This bat stage is the last stage here on Hollywood in this Masquerade Scare Zone. It has this table with a tarp on it. Wonder what's underneath that tarp too. So much mystery going on with these stages. I love how this floor is different than the other ones too. No checker pattern this time. When you walk out of this scare zone, another gate. Oh, the Maryland show's going on right now. There's Maryland and the Diamond Bellas. So if you're here at Universal, definitely check that out too. We're going to be heading into the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane scare zone. This scare zone so far is shaping up to be one of my favorites of the year. It looks so awesome. These gates with the do not enter signs, all the pumpkins, vegetation, pumpkins in the trees. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited to see pumpkins back in these trees. It's been a long time since we've had this for a scare zone. They also have all these awesome signs telling the story for this specific scare zone. Of course, there's a cat lady who takes all the trick-or-treaters and starts turning them into werecats. So that is very spooky. This is definitely shaping up to be an amazing area for Halloween Horror Nights.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, Doc, how's it going? Good. And these pumpkins, look at them. And then along the fences, we've got a laundry, yarn, more bicycles, what I suppose is from the trick-or-treaters. Some rotting pumpkins. Even perhaps some Easter eggs from last year's Swamp of the Undead scare zone. I know I saw a turtle shell here somewhere. Where'd it go? Let's go find it really quick. Where are you, Shelly? We're on a hunt. Let's find Shelly.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there she is. Alright, so if you went through this Swamp of the Undead scare zone last year, this turtle shell may not be new to you. In the trees here with all these pumpkins, every year you'll find little Boo. There's that ball of yarn, and right by him, right there, cute little guy up there, there he is. That's little Boo. Something unique to this scare zone that I'd never really seen before is this standing structure that you'll be able to walk through, along with cat scratches, cat posts, big balls of yarn, and cat toy. And of course, inside these spots, there may be a scare drawer surprise or two. Some of this is brand new, like this lawn right here with the dirt. Looks like somebody's been digging a hole for somebody. This back porch area here along this house. The cat lady's house, I can only assume she'll be up here. And then this new cauldron. Mel's Drive-In, which, as you know, will become Mel's Die-In during Halloween Horror Nights, and this year complete with zombie car hops. Can't wait for that. And right by Mel's, where you'll have your zombie car hops this year, is the lagoon, where the Hauntophonic Ghoulish Tale water show is going to be. Can't wait for this. If you've seen the Sensational show at night, you know what this is going to be like, but all Halloween spooked out. It's going to be amazing. They haven't had a lagoon show since Ghoulish, I believe in 2022, so this is super exciting. This area here has been a bar, but there is no bar set up anymore. It's being used as a cool zone, but they do have these big screens with the Halloween Horror Nights logo. So now we're standing in the San Fran area. So this has been a scare zone since 2015. It's the first year where this isn't a scare zone. This year it's going to be club horror. So there's going to be seating, there's going to be a DJ up on the stage over here. I'll show you more in just a second. I don't know how much I like this. We'll see what it's like. So they have the big stanchions here. They have this lighting rig. So I assume it's going to have all kinds of crazy laser lights. There's going to be seating. And this stage, there's going to be a DJ pumping music. It's going to be crazy. We'll see how that works out this year. All right, so now we are in Sahara Traders. We believe this might be where the tribute store this year has been. There has been no announcements officially on the tribute store, but if you've gone to HH in the past, you know that the tribute store is a huge part of Halloween Horror Nights. This is the Mummy Dump Store, so I'm not sure exactly how they would route exit traffic during the event. But the Hallis Arcade outside being closed with blackout windows makes us think something definitely might be going on in there. At first we were hoping that it was going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's overlay, maybe a meet and greet or some kind of experience. But it seems more and more likely that that might be the spot of this year's tribute store. But I don't see how that would work unless they also use this. Now, a lot of things have been cleared out. There is a lot more space than there was before. And it doesn't take too long for a team of merchandisers to come in and change everything out in just a few days. So we'll wait and see once again. So now we're going to be walking into the New York Scare Zone. This is the 20s Toxic Turmoil Scare Zone. I'm very excited for this because I love the era. I love gangsters, love mutations and crazy, like gangster flapper stories. So it'll be really interesting to see. Let's check it out. So one of the first things I see is this awesome, like bootleggers stand right here with these whiskey barrels. Love the idea of some mutated gangster bootleggers. It's amazing. And then we have this awesome 1920s newsstand. You guys might have noticed, I love the word awesome. So anyways, this tells the story of this scare zone right here. In the newspaper headings, you can see Toxic City, BuzzCon Industries responsible, bank heist causes pandemonium, getaway car crashes in the BuzzCon truck. Rat poison causes mutation. Newest BuzzCon product has monstrous effects. The one thing that you hear in common with all of these newspaper headlines is BuzzCon, BuzzCon, BuzzCon. BuzzCon, you may have heard of it, was in the Bugs house just a few years back. And then this is another construction piece that is brand new. This wasn't here last Tuesday. We have this stage door and this whole alley looking scene with these pipes. We know some characters are going to be up there, and we'll see what mayhem they cause during the event. Right here we have a police car from the 1920s. So it looks like this might be the officer that originally arrested Gangster Joe Malone that we saw in the newspaper clippings over there. This looks to be the initial accident that happened that might have caused the whole catastrophe. So we have this car, which looks like it was the getaway car from the bank heist that the gangsters were in, that crashed into this BuzzCon vehicle. You can see right here that the canisters all say BuzzCon on them now. So this must be the toxic waste that causes the mutations from BuzzCon Laboratory. All of these details adding up to the story is just great. Well, right here we have a florist stand. Now, from just here, it looks pretty normal. I mean, a little wear and tear, but here you can see that all the toxic waste has eaten away at the wood. So I'm pretty sure this one's probably going to be a gnarly scare opportunity. Why we think that the tribute store might be in the arcade this year, it's because there has been no construction on previous year's facade. Usually by now you'd see something, so it's kind of odd that there's absolutely no building. There are also these walls over here where normally Macy's would exit. So we believe with the arcade being closed and possibly Sahara Traders as well transforming into the new tribute store, they won't have to use this exit at all. Or if they do, it may be the exit for the Mummy ride. The thing I've been wondering about is, with all the house information, the construction updates for the scare zones, everything else, what about the food? When are they going to release any kind of menus of the specially themed food, like edible treats that we'll get this year? I'm not sure, but we do have our first booths. Right over here, we have this booth. I'm not quite sure what the theming is here. It has like white clouds. Of course, it has the vines that you see throughout a lot of areas of this event this year with the conservatory theme. But we also have this Vault 33 Fallout themed booth. So we're definitely gonna have some Fallout themed food. Interesting. In the distance here, you can see Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Now see, it's gonna be closed. Like August 18th, I believe is the date. So it won't be open for Halloween Horror Nights this year. That's another reason why most likely the tribute store will not be happening in its usual space, because they'll need all that queue area for the Mummy. It's gonna be a busy one. Now we're gonna be going into our last or first scare zone of the night, depending on which way you go. If you go towards New York or towards Hollywood. This is the Origins of Horror scare zone. There has been some updates, like on both sides here now. They have these structures where it was only on the right side before. By the way, these structures, this like stucco finish, stucco stone finish, with the wicked tree in the background and the awesome stained glass, are absolutely beautiful. We have them on both sides going all the way down. It's here, right there, and over there. We also have some completed stairs and banisters right here where we're gonna have elevated characters ready to pounce. And we're coming up on the entrance or exit of Universal Studios Orlando here. And this is where the opening ceremonies or opening scaremonies will be held, of course. So this year, there's going to be one big change that I know. Every year it's been red with the Halloween Horror Nights up there. This year, for the first time, and maybe forever, it's going to be a different color. I'm waiting to see what it's going to be. Is it going to be green? Perhaps, going along with the conservatory theme, the vines. I also hear there's going to be some giant gates that you're going to be walking through when you first get here. So it's going to be a sight to see. All right, so it's the next day, and me and Jan are together this time, and we have these now added around the big pillars here of where the HHN Halloween Horror Nights sign will hang. So these are pretty cool. We also have some new food booth attachments, so actually Jan's gonna chime in a little bit on some of the new booths. So stick around.
Bobby said that they added a lot more vines and details to this set piece here since he was last here yesterday. Pretty cool. It's all really coming together. Today we noticed this food booth for Halloween Horror Nights. It's over here where the wall is, blocking the bridge that is closed and being worked on. Still nothing posted or announced yet. We can't wait to find out what food they are going to have this year, especially because we're going to Premium Scream Night and all of our food and non-alcoholic beverages are going to be included. What kind of food are you hoping to see again this year? Oh my God, the Clown Cafe, we're so excited. Another booth new to us today. Bobby was here yesterday. Some of the other footage in this video will be when he was here without me, but I had to come today after work because I wanted to see everything for myself, and we are capturing some of the new things that were not here when he was here yesterday. I like the Clown Cafe. Awesome. This is right by the Transformers building. Very cool. What kind of food would you like to see at this booth?
So I just want to know, what are you most excited for Halloween Horror Nights this year? Is it the IP houses? Are you excited for Art the Clown, Wyatt 6 if you're a WWE fan? It's the original houses. Can you wait for Galkin and the super cold north and the Vikings? Do you want to be shrunken down to the size of a doll to play with sinister little girls? I don't know. You tell us. Comment and tell us what you can't wait for this year's event. It's going to be a big one. All right, guys. Have a good time and see you in the fog. Bye.